simple fit ball stuff today. You're just going to sit on a fit ball. Your fit ball should be so your hips are slightly higher, about the same level as your knees, or slightly higher. You wouldn't want your knee to be up there. So just making sure it's the right size. We're just going to take these hips around. So taking these hips right around and really trying to keep this top part still. Going to take the other way. Taking it right to the back, bum right out to the back, bringing it forward, and then just a tip forward and back. So if we were here, tipping forward, tipping back, tipping forward, and tipping back. Now if you want to do some little just bounces on here, take some little star jumps. You can march it up, so if you feel safer just marching up, you can take a foot up off the floor, and so you can stay here for a while, just gets a bit of blood flow. You're going to push up. I would keep a hand on the fit ball just to make sure that it doesn't roll away from you. So there's a few things here. You can get up your heart rate first so you get warm up. So from here, first of all, we're just going to walk our feet out and back. So we're going to work our core area. So come around to the side, just going to walk my feet out, come into here and walking back up. It does mean you've got to work that core to get yourself back up. And one more. Okay, so from there, we're going to stay out here, we're going to do some core work. So what I want you to do is just lay back over the ball. Now if you can't do this because your neck's too sore, then we need to do some neck training exercises, because if your neck can't allow you to stay here without you supporting it, then we probably need to get that neck strengthened a bit more first. But if you can, we're going to come here, lean back over your ball, tongue on the roof of your mouth, coming up to here. Just pretend I've got my tongue on the roof of the mouth, and we're going to come up. You may want to take your fingers just out to the kind of your ear rolls, coming from here, tongue on the roof of the mouth, coming up to here, and a little tiny pull up. Works your rectus abdominis, which are the six pack that lie on top. Okay, if you can't do those crunches without getting a sore neck, then don't do them. You need to get a stronger neck first. What we're doing from here, we're going to do an ab ball rollout, just on my knees, hands on the ball. We're just going to come out. See, my back is staying straight. If I had a stick on the back, it would stay straight. We're going to roll back. Coming out, rolling back. And then we're going to do one other thing here, which is a Russian twist, sitting back on it again. So from here, so you can have your head and shoulders on the ball with the one here. Just going to take those arms one side, back up, and over to the other side. So you can see I'm trying to take the whole top part of my body and not just my arms. So I'm not just trying to take my arms, but my whole top part of my body, side to side. Doing a little bit of core work. Now we're going to go on to a bit of shoulder work. We're going to go over to the front of the ball and going to do some push-ups. So from here, you may want to make sure that your hips are well controlled on the ball and coming down and up. So try and keep that body nice and straight. Now if that's a bit too easy for you, you can roll out that little bit more. Coming right out. Again, core is on, tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Coming down and up, down and up. Just do what you can. And the other thing, a really nice back one, is a reverse fly. So from here, having that ball under about your lower ribs, you're going to reach over the ball and then pulling these shoulders, elbows back. Feeling that lower back and upper back working. Coming down, pulling up. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, coming up. So feet nice and wide so you've got a stable base. Push-ups, sorry, we've done that. Bench press. So if you had a couple of weights here, you can roll out here. Couple of weights, bring those arms out to the side and lift them up. So you can have like a can of baked beans, lifting them up, bringing them out, lifting them up. From here, we can punch up. Punch, punch. Bit of core work, bit of shoulder work. And then from here, some flies. So we can take these arms out to the side, kind of a slight bend in the arm, and bring them up again. So this works all into the chest, front of shoulder area. Then we're going to do some legs. So we're going to go on the ball behind your lower part of your back. Walk out the feet far enough so they're not too close. You don't want these knees to go over your feet. And then from here, we're just going to let ourselves roll down the wall and coming up. If you want to take this out into a wide-legged one, toes go out to the side, coming down, coming up. If you want to make it harder, you can take a one-legged squat. Really works in that one leg. If that's too hard, pop that other toe down. So we go down and up on one leg. Then of course you're going to change. Do about 6 to 8 maybe reps on one side, then roll to go to the other side. And don't forget, if you're too unbalanced on one leg, pop that toe on the floor so you can still work down through that leg. Just going to take a lunge. Know how we do our lunges? So you can have that ball beside you and just be taking it down and up. Taking it down and up. Again, making sure that knee does not come forward over the toes. So it's straight down, straight up. And then working a little bit of hamstring work and bum work. Down on the floor, ball under the calves. Going to bring your bum up off the floor, hands by the side, and roll this ball in and out. It's a great one for balance, but it also works right down through that back chain. And you can also come down and up with straight legs. Works right through the back. Or take these legs bent, come down, and lifting up as high as you can and squeezing these glutes at the same time. Coming down, lifting up. Great. Just some ab work while we're down here. So we can take this ball, reach up and grab it, take it back, coming up. Again, tongue on the roof as we come up off the floor and take that ball down to the floor. Come up and reach, take it back. Come up and reach, take it back. Up, back, up and back. And take our feet on top. This is where you can support your head with one hand if you want. This other hand, we're going to reach right around to the side. Reaching around as far as we can around to the side. Then of course you do it to the other side. And one other thing we'll do, just going to take this up and a small lift up. So trying to do a small lift up from those hips. Or if you don't want to lift it up to the ceiling, just bring those knees back towards you. Or you can do it without the ball. Just take away the ball and do it without. And this is quite a good one just to work these side abdominals as well. So ball goes in between, laying out. So what we're trying to do here is just to lift these feet up off the floor. It actually does a few things. So it works these inner thighs, works up here, and works this outer thigh and bum as well. So lifting up and obviously turning to the other side. Another good one, just before we end, bit of core. So if you squeeze your knees into the ball here, this is a knee exercise, so really quite good. And then if we want to punch down, so bringing those elbows up and a nice twist, we're working this core, and out while we've got our knees squeezed in, we're working inner thighs. So punching down, bringing those elbows right up. And I think that's about it for now. One other thing we can do, squeezing these hands into the ball, squeezing in, works also into this chest, front of kind of shoulders and chest as we do a squeeze.